welcome to my channel. My name is Eddie and I am the guy that does all the fishing and editing on the Ed and Rip Fishing channel on YouTube. Now guys, we've got some cool things coming up, so I want to make an announcement about those. But firstly, if you're new to the channel, hey, subscribe man, come on in. I've got plenty of stuff coming up. It's going to be an absolute joyful ride. Now I've recently come from New South Wales to the beautiful Sunshine Coast of Australia, and I can't wait to get out there and do some fishing because there's endless amounts of fishing out there for us to enjoy. Now I want to get us up into those back creeks and into those lakes and into those beautiful estuaries that open to the sea and the harbors and the mountains, because there's some trout fishing here as well, and just entertain you all with great fishing. Now I've been doing this for over 40 years now. I don't want to give my age away, but I enjoy every second of what I do. Fishing is everything in my life, and I really want to share that with you all. So I'm not going anywhere. We're going to take this channel to the next level. Brings me to a point though, the quality of the channel has to improve, and I really want to work on that and have been. Now the boat at the minute's out the water because it was 1 centimeter too wide on either side of the axle. So it has to be sorted out to make the regulations here in Queensland. So that's put me off the water for a while. But in the meantime, I've been doing all this cool stuff with, for example, the cameras, making sure they're all 4K, making sure they're all clear, making sure the audio is better. I mean, there's wind right now. Hopefully that's working nicely. And to really bring the better quality shows to you all with much better content and a much better storyline. I mean, we've only got people like Mr. Beast, who's a great guy by the way, and he has amazing shows, but he also has great resources for those shows and probably professional teams, and that is why his shows are so amazing. We're going to have to do something to get our shows up, because the preset on YouTube and what people expect on YouTube is that level. So I've done whatever I can to really bring that up. Now bearing in mind, I'm out there in the elements, right? I've got to put the cameras up. I've got 7 of them around the boat right now, all GoPros. I've got underwater cameras, I've got drones. I want to bring that beautiful perspective, good fishing shows that I've enjoyed watching over my time, share my knowledge with you. It's a long time going for me. I've been all over the world with my fishing, and I can bring that all together and put it here. Now I've had to learn a lot over the last year, and that's cool because it teaches you a lot of stuff, especially in editing and getting it right. I must say my shows are pretty okay, but they're going to get to the next level. Now some new perspectives coming up on the show, which I'm really excited about, to add to all of the cool stuff we've already had on the channel, which is the Up the Creek shows, for example, a couple of tuitional shows and a bit of an experience on the water. Having come here to the Sunshine Coast now, I'm definitely going to try to open that up a little bit and make some incredible shows on the vast amount of fishing that you get here in this beautiful place, and the reason why I did come here. The first perspective I'd like to do is to take you all out up these remote places into these cool fishing spots, and I want to actually stay on the bass boat for the whole time I'm there, be it a weekend, be it a couple of days, and live, sleep, drink, do whatever it takes to survive on the boat for the weekend. Now not only that, but I want to do it on budget, because the world at the minute, let's face it, is an expensive place. So I want to be able to do it under 100 Australian dollars for the whole weekend, which I think is a great perspective to bring. I don't know if it can be done, but I'm going to try. So we're going to do that, but it's going to open up so many cool new ideas for the channel. For example, I can fish during the daytime, I can fish during the nighttime. I want to get us some big fish, guys. I want to get us some really big fish, especially if we're going to hook and cook some fish, right? We want to get some big ones. So it's going to open up some cool stuff like that. I've got some cool things on the boat. I'm putting some sails on, I'm putting some stuff on to make sure that I can, you know, live in the rain and live in the elements for the weekend. But it hasn't been done in Australia, and I'm going to be the guy who does it. Second perspective I want to put out there, talking about hook and cook shows. Hey, listen, I get it. People ask me all the time, hey, Eddie, why you just keep throwing your fish back in the water? Well, yeah, good point. So why don't I get some guests who know how to prepare fish, be them chefs, be them people who just know how to do a good dish with fish, and bring them onto the boat. We go out there, we fish, we get the fish, we take them to their kitchens with the cameras, and they show us how to prepare the fish, which brings us all sorts of new stuff we can do to zhuzh up our fishing and cooking experience at home. So that's something to look forward to. I'm really happy about that. I can't wait to get that going. The third perspective I've got is kind of cool. If you're ever here on the Sunshine Coast, let's say you're a subscriber and you're communicating with me, and 3 weeks before you come on holiday and you say, hey Eddie, I'm coming out there, okay, you can come on my boat with me for the day and fish, and we'll make a show together and put it out on YouTube, and let's see how we do and break this beautiful water down and see if we can get some fish. So there's a great perspective. Whether you come from overseas or whether you're here in Australia, just hit me up, man, and I will definitely get you out there on the boat and you can come and enjoy it. You don't need to bring anything, man. You just come onto the boat. I got everything. So there are those great perspectives, guys, and I think they're going to make this go to the next level. I'm going to include all the other stuff as well, whatever I can find, whatever's interesting. That's really what the channel's all about, right? It's about fishing, it's about sharing knowledge, it's also about some interesting stuff that happens in the world. So if it happens, I'm going to put it out there for you guys to enjoy. Like always, guys, it is so good to have you on board, and thank you for sticking around. And I can promise you we're going to take this to another level, and I'm so excited about it. If you are new, subscribe, come on in. I'm going to show you everything I can to make your experience in fishing better. So guys, like always, it's been a pleasure, and I can't wait to see you guys on the water soon. Cheers.